Imagine a rail network that stretches across an entire city, connecting the heart of Melbourne to suburbs as far away as Pakenham, Sunbury, and Werribee. Welcome to Melbourne Metro, Australia's largest rail network. Hi everyone, it's Haskell here. In today's video, we're diving into the complexities and surprises of this amazing suburban rail system. Before we get into the details, I want to remind you to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you're enjoying this style of content. Let me know in the comments below if you're a fan of Melbourne Metro or just curious about what makes it unique.
The next station is Lilydale.
The Melbourne Metro is structured in a unique way. Unlike most metro networks in the world, it's entirely radial, which means that all the lines run to and from the city centre, with no direct connection between suburbs on different lines. This design creates a central focus on the CBD stations, and all 15 suburban lines are grouped into 6 main line groups: the Sandringham line, the Cross City group, the Dandenong lines, the Burnley group, the Clifton Hill group, and the Northern group. In the CBD, 5 key stations are the backbone of the network: Flinders Street, the busy centre of the metro network; Southern Cross, an equally busy station and the centre of the regional V-Line network; and 3 underground stations: Flagstaff, Melbourne Central, and Parliament, which make up the City Loop. The lines themselves branch out into groups, each with a distinct pattern. The Melbourne rail system has come a long way since its beginnings. It all started with the Port Melbourne line, Melbourne's first, which connected Flinders Street with Port Melbourne. Back then, the network was split between 2 operators, a private and a government-run network that met at 2 separate stations in the city, Flinders Street and Southern Cross respectively. By the 1880s, the networks combined, creating one system, and new tracks connected the 2 major stations together on the new Flinders Street Viaduct in 1895. Fast forward to the 1910s, and Melbourne's rail network saw a massive upgrade: electrification. New electric trains powered through the suburban lines, reshaping the way Melburnians travelled. Then, in the 1980s, the City Loop was introduced, with underground stations circling the CBD, making commuting even more efficient. But not all changes were smooth. In the early 2000s, the network was privatized, split between M-Train and Connex. However, this experiment was short-lived, and soon, Metro Train Melbourne's took over operations. Today, Melbourne Metro continues as a private system, though it has evolved significantly from those early days. Now, let's talk about the Metro Tunnel, one of the most exciting projects in Melbourne's rail history. This brand new tunnel, scheduled to open in 2025, will add 5 new underground stations and connect the Sunbury and Pakenham Cranbourne lines, allowing trains to pass directly from one side of the city to the other without needing to change lines. 3 of the new stations, Anzac, Parkville, and Arden, are practically complete, while construction is still underway for the 2 CBD stations, Town Hall and State Library. The Metro Tunnel is a game-changer because it is expected to reduce congestion in the City Loop and improve travel times across the network. And that's just the start. It will reshape Melbourne's transit landscape for years to come. Now that we know the basics of the Melbourne Metro network, here are some interesting facts about this system that you might not know. With 998 kilometers of track and 222 stations, Melbourne Metro is officially the largest rail network in Australia. That's longer than the networks in Sydney, Perth, and Brisbane combined. One of Melbourne's iconic landmarks is the row of clocks at Flinders Street Station, showing the departure times for every line. In the past, station workers had to manually adjust the clock hands over 900 times a day to keep them in sync with the timetable. Today, they're motorized, but the clocks still represent a piece of Melbourne's rich rail history. The high-capacity metro trains, or HCMTs, are specifically designed to run in the new metro tunnel. Instead of standard traffic light-style signals, these trains use advanced virtual block technology that creates a safe distance behind each train and guides following trains not to enter the zone. This high-tech system means that trains can run more frequently and safely, keeping Melbourne moving smoothly. And that's Melbourne Metro in a nutshell. It's a network filled with history, designed with complexity, and constantly evolving with new technology and infrastructure. Whether you're a local or just someone interested in rail networks, Melbourne Metro has a lot of fascinating stories to tell. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through Melbourne's rail network, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below about what surprised you most about Melbourne Metro. I'd love to hear your thoughts and stay tuned for more videos like this one. See you next time!